Hello, everyone. I'm Curtis Fuller, and welcome to Let's Talk Cincy. Coming up on the show today, I'll have an interview with one of Cincinnati's well-known photographers, Michael Mitchell. He has taken some iconic pictures for more than 50 years. Plus, an interview with longtime educator Dr. Cleester Mims. You'll hear part of her fascinating journey, as she says, from the cotton fields to college. Also, the ongoing effort by community advocates in the fight against HIV/AIDS. But first, taking entrepreneurship to a whole new level. The work by the local group Mortar that is changing lives and changing communities.
We're planning on opening in May of 2024, which ironically is also our 10-year anniversary is in May of 24. So looking at this journey of what the last 10 years has meant to Mortar and what it will continue to mean to Mortar, to Cincinnati, and specifically to Walnut Hills is something I'm really excited about.
That's Alan Woods, the CEO and co-founder of the organization Mortar, talking about an exciting project being developed, a new multi-million-dollar headquarters coming to Walnut Hills to benefit underserved entrepreneurs and small businesses. First of all, tell people what Mortar means and where that came from.
Yeah, for us, Mortar is an entrepreneurship accelerator that's based here in Cincinnati. We started here in Cincinnati almost 10 years ago, and we really represent what it means to hold a community together. So for us, when we say Mortar, we talk about the things that really hold a community together, and it's not the buildings, it's the people. And so when we started our accelerator, we wanted to make sure that we were catering specifically to Black entrepreneurs in our communities who are looking to start or scale their businesses.
I remember when you first told me about this, when you first moved to town with your wife, and I thought, wow, that sounds like a great idea. But I must tell you, I never imagined that it would blossom into what it has become in such a short period of time. Everybody has embraced it. Your response to your success in 10 years?
Same response. I mean, I'm blown away. Like every day that I think about the magnitude of the impact that we've had. We started this program specifically in Over the Rhine. That was supposed to be the only place we did the program. And then we got invited to Walnut Hills, then we got invited to College Hill. The next thing you know, we started doing this program around the country. So we have actually had a footprint in 10 different cities around the country, as far west as Seattle, as far south as Galveston. We've had over 440 graduates just here in Cincinnati alone. We have a fund where we help to give entrepreneurs resources to help them through that process. So if they're a graduate from our program, they're eligible for that. And as of next year, we'll cross the $1 million mark. So we're at $940,000 that we put right back into the hands of our entrepreneurs. So I'm blown away.
This building that I walked through in Walnut Hills, Gilbert Avenue, an old bank building. Talk a little bit about that, how this all came about.
Yeah, there's a quote that says, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And let's just say that my dreams are real scary right now, because this is something that, again, way bigger than we ever imagined. So to have a project that's a multi-million-dollar renovation of a building in Walnut Hills, a neighborhood that has embraced Mortar, a neighborhood that has embraced my family. We moved to Walnut Hills several years ago. It's a dream come true to be able to know that we can come together and collaborate and create a space that makes it a safe spot for entrepreneurs of color to come into. So there are a lot of accelerators, there are a lot of co-working spaces, and some of them when you walk in, you just don't feel that community vibe, you know? And so we wanted to create something that really gave people an opportunity to see people who look like them, who were pursuing the same things, have the same goals, and this space will give us that opportunity to do that right in the community of Walnut Hills. So we're excited.
What was the spark in you to take you to the level that you are? I mean, at some point you say, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And you have a passion for it. So where did that come from?
This is my dream job, Curtis. Like this was the first opportunity I've had in my life to kind of roll all of the different things that are part of my passion and my purpose into one thing, you know. So from a background of doing photography, so, you know, being able to tell stories through visuals or through film, or encouraging entrepreneurs to kind of take their brands to the next next level, that's always been something that I've been really inspired by and want to continue to help people to do. And so Mortar gave me that opportunity to do that and to see the stories of Walnut Hills and understand that the stories are not finished. You know, there's a lot of times when people will try to put an end on your story and they'll say, oh, you know, Walnut Hills is done. And people did that in the 70s. And a lot of these buildings closed and a lot of these businesses stopped operating. And now we're seeing that the story was not ended. You know, there was a comma there instead of a period. And so I'm just thrilled to be a part of helping Walnut Hills to rewrite the narrative and rewrite what the story looks like in the future. For us, it's always about considering what the future looks like and how we can be a part of building that now. And so we created an initiative called Future History Now, where in February and March through Black History Month and Women's History Month, we really talk about what it's like to work today to create the future of tomorrow, you know? And so I think that this initiative helps us to continue to push that narrative of what is future history now and how do we operate today, so that when we look back in the history books in the future, we'll say Mortar put a stamp on Walnut Hills, we put a flag in the ground, and we dug our heels in and said, we will be here for this community and we're gonna do what we can to help these entrepreneurs.